Welcome everyone to Monday Night Raw. I'm Jitch and you are watching Monday Night Raw 2K14. Yada yada.
Making his way to the ring from Aberdeen, Washington, weighing 192 pounds,
Daniel Bryan, everybody. Yes, yes, yes. Except everybody stopped saying that as soon as he joined in. You guys are fickle. You know that? You're fickle. Fans are fickle, his haters are fickle, you're all fickle. Daniel Bryan, everybody. We are just 6 days away from Survivor Series, where we will be witnessing this man, as well as 4 other guys, challenge his opponent tonight. This man. That's when the entrance is supposed to start. Like, man, I cannot wait to be done with loading screens. This is the part I'm looking forward to the most. It's not all the bugs and all the other problems. I'm looking forward to not having to wait through loading screens anymore. This guy! Jeez, take your time.
from Ghana, West Africa, weighing 221 pounds, the European Champion, Kofi Kingston.
Kofi Kingston. He'll be defending his European Championship in a big 6-man battle royal. The field has been set from Raw. He'll be defending against his opponent tonight, Daniel Bryan. As well. Wait, no, he won't be defending against Daniel Bryan. What am I saying? We're defending against Antonio Cesaro, as well as Bryce Walker, who will not be defending against Daniel Bryan. That is incorrect. Sorry, I forgot. Daniel Bryan lost. Sorry, it's unfathomable to me to think that someone would lose for Antonio Cesaro, but Daniel Bryan did. That was mean. I didn't mean that. I like Cesaro. He's just not been doing too great. I just hit my microphone by mistake, so I hope I remember to cut that. Anyway, Daniel Bryan, Kofi Kingston. Yes, that's right. Daniel Bryan was unsuccessful in qualifying for the European Championship Battle Royal, but tonight he faces Kofi Kingston non-title action as Kofi gets ready for his Battle Royal defense this Sunday. He'll be facing off against Bryce Walker and Antonio Cesaro, who will be in one-on-one competition up next, I believe. Then also from SmackDown in that Battle Royal, we'll also be seeing Robert Scorpio, Ryback, and Ricky Steamboat, the Triple R connection, my favorite faction on SmackDown. call them Retribution with 3 R's. Have them come off as really cool for a week and then make them losers immediately. Into the corner goes Kofi Kingston. Oh, big kick there. Why does this game look better than usual? Normally when I play this game, I'm like, well, this game looks awful. At the moment, it actually doesn't look that bad. That's weird. It looks really clean. I don't know why. I haven't changed my settings at all. Kofi striking away at Daniel. I'm sure those frames will drop eventually, and I'll be like, ah, yeah, there it is. Hang on a minute. Is my audio? My audio is at the right volume. For a minute, I thought this was a little too quiet, but actually, it seems to be fine. So yes, 6 days until Survivor Series, and we've got a big main event for you tonight. For the first time since SummerSlam last year, Randy Orton will go one-on-one with The Miz. This comes after Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes lost to The Miz and Dolph Ziggler last week on Raw. Huge upset victory for both Ziggler and The Miz. Now, that's not to say that Ziggler and The Miz aren't stars. It's just Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton, you know, you'd think they're like the top tier of Monday nights, and then in comes these two, and they kind of shake things up a little bit. And we're not even talking about the draft. Daniel Bryan stomping on Kofi Kingston, and ooh, a big DDT to the knee. So I had a big announcement that I was holding off for until Survivor Series, but you know what? It concerns Raw, so I'll be sure to announce it now. This may not be a very popular move, and I do apologize for that. But we're gonna be taking a little bit of a cut coming from Survivor Series. We're going to be reactivating the Women's Championship instead of the Divas Championship. This match will take place still between Summer Rae and AJ Lee. The winner will be the Women's Champion. The second half of this announcement, however, is that this will now be the NXT Women's Champion. And that championship will be moving over to NXT as well as all of the women's division. We want to give them a proper send-off from Raw. So here tonight, they will be still a part of Raw, and they will be getting that match at Survivor Series when NXT normally doesn't. But you will catch the women's division going forward on Wednesdays. NXT will not be increasing in match number. It will still be 3. There will unfortunately be weeks where we do not have the women in competition in NXT. The reason for this is because there's like 9 women on the roster right now. And to break the kayfabe for a bit, it's going to get even smaller in the next season. So, oh, Daniel, come on. Senses are always at the ready. I've got to give them credit. Oh, busted Kofi open. Cover attempt. Nope, just a 1 count. But yeah, so the women's division will be moved to NXT, which will still be hosting 3 matches a week. This is to kind of prevent NXT from having as many repeat matches as it feels it does these days, as well as to prevent the Divas from being too overexposed because there's not enough of them to carry weekly matches at the moment, unfortunately. But as I say, they will be getting a proper send-off at Survivor Series by introducing the new / old NXT Women's Championship. It will be a new lineage. But we currently don't have any. Oh my god, he actually did the move! I didn't even notice! He did the move! He did it! He's gonna win. He's gonna win for sure. There's no way he's not gonna win. I told you. That's what he's been missing. Keeps going for the label lock, and as we all know, submissions don't work in this game when they're your finisher. They only work if it's a generic stretch. Well, Daniel Bryan just pinned the European Champion, and that might be a sign of things to come for Daniel Bryan as he prepares for Survivor Series to see who will walk out with the European Championship. Obviously, I said before, he's not in the Battle Royal, but a win over the champion might secure him a shot down the line. Huge props to Mr. Bryan as we move on to our next match. Let's keep this rolling.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from New York, Bryce Walker.
Well, here we go. Bryce Walker coming out here tonight, set for a match against Antonio Cesaro. Fans are going to see who they can boo harder between these two, I suppose. But you know what? This guy's not sorry because he's about to become the next European champion. He had some words of encouragement and pride for his former tag team partner, Wolf Kessler, who just recently became NXT Tag Team Champions. I gotta say, I'm proud of Bryce in a way for being happy for his partner, considering Wolf is literally associating himself with 2 people that absolutely would have been considered part of the problem by the new millennia. But I'm happy that he's managed to move away from that the mentality. At least I think. I think that's what's happened now. This guy's smoking this J.
From Switzerland, weighing 232 pounds, Antonio Cesaro.
Well, the other part of the announcement that I was waiting to make was obviously with the new NXT Women's Championship and the championship moving over to NXT and so forth. The division moving over to NXT, sorry, not just the championship. There was another part to the announcement, which was that Raw will be joining SmackDown in returning to 5 matches an episode. Obviously, just like SmackDown, kind of bracing ourselves for the New Year's releases. Not everyone can stay, unfortunately. That's just not how the world works. Some people will be let go as we reach the end of the year / start the new year. And with that, obviously, we have to prepare ourselves for these shows getting a little smaller. Smoking this J. Michael! Well, last week, Bryce Walker suffered a loss to his former mentor, Daniel Bryan. I don't know if this one is all said and done now. I don't know what the plan is between those two, if perhaps, you know, they're going to be renewing their little issues. I mean, at the moment, Daniel Bryan holds a victory over Bryce Walker and now the European champion, Kofi Kingston. I would say he is a shoo-in to be the next challenger for the European Championship after Survivor Series, as a matter of fact. I think if the European Championship remains here on Raw post-Survivor Series, I think Daniel Bryan should get a shot the very next night. with the way that things have been going. The only man he's lost to from Raw going into that match is the man Bryce Walker is now up against Antonio Cesaro, which is what keeps Daniel Bryan out of the Battle Royal. It was in the qualifier that Cesaro defeated Bryan. Bryan seems to be picking up momentum recently. And, I wonder if Bryce Walker will also be able to continue to pick up momentum. It's an important win over Heath Slater that got him into the Battle Royal, a man who pinned a former WWE Champion, The Miz. There's a lot of formers and a lot of technicalities, but the point is, Heath Slater is you know, he's a veteran. He's been around for a long time. He's had some very great matches. We'll never forget his pursuit of the Intercontinental Championship from, I believe, last year. Him and Miz had some great matches, as well as him and Gabriel. I am definitely not a Slater hater. I'm a Slater gator. Up next, we have a tag team match. Very interesting one. First time, as a matter of fact. You know, we've seen plenty of action from the NWO in the past few months, ever since Hogan took over the Click and changed it to the New World Order. But here tonight, we're going to be seeing a first-time pairing, as a matter of fact. We've seen them compete in a trios, but we've never seen Hogan and Scott Hall compete two on two, like, together. I've been saying for a while, I feel like Scott Hall's success, his rise and everything, it's been eating away at Hulk Hogan. Hogan wants to put that to rest here tonight. He wants to team with Scott Hall and show everyone that actually he can work alongside Scott Hall. There is no jealousy. Everything is fine.
Huge shot to the midsection.
Cesaro sending Bryce Walker into the corner and, caught. Actually, I was about to say we're sending off the women here on Raw. I just realized we don't actually have a match for the Divas here tonight on Raw. Oh no, we're not sending them off. We're sending them off this Sunday at Survivor Series by introducing a new championship and retiring the Divas Championship. We'll find out if AJ Lee will be the final Divas Champion, by the way. That will also be on the line. Because, of course, it's not really fair on Summer Rae to just retire the title without giving her a chance to reclaim it as the final Divas Champion. Antonio. And here comes Daniel Bryan. He changed his outfit from just one match ago. And this guy, he will not leave Bryce Walker alone right now after being struck down by him. Even despite the fact that he beat Bryce Walker last week. And hold on a minute, Bryce. Pen to paper. Here we go. Drops him flat on his neck, good lord. And Bryce, what are you doing? Go for the pin. Don't worry about Daniel Bryan. Go for the pin. Go for the pin, Bryce. You're not even looking at him. Pin him. Pin him. Pin him. What are you doing? Daniel Bryan and Cesaro could potentially be on the same page more than Bryce and Cesaro. I mean, Bryce and Bryan, and that's kind of crazy to say because, I mean, what would you call it? A pairing between these two? Some kind of combat club? No, that'd be silly. Oh, God. Bryce's neck just folded over there. That's the kind of bump Daniel Bryan will be taking 10 years from now. Elbow to the back. Deadlifting Bryce Walker. Oh, suplex. Daniel Bryan is going to become quite the thorn in this guy's side if this keeps up. Cover attempt here. Just a one. Okay. Gotta walk into him a little bit fast as tradition. Cover one, just a one. And of course, this Wednesday on NXT, you're gonna want to tune in because we've got ourselves an EYS match. That's right. Wade Barrett could be back off of NXT after this Wednesday. In the main event, he goes one-on-one with Rey Mysterio. Will Rey's fall from grace lead to him eventually becoming an NXT superstar? Only time will tell. Stomping on the arm of Walker. Go for it! Someone to join that one member of the crowd. Oh! Cena-style shoulder tackle. Bryan's still just pacing back and forth outside the ring. This guy, he's really gotten out for Walker. And oh, never mind. I think he's out now. Daniel Bryan saying, "My work here is done." Uh-oh. Oh, and his work might be done if this uppercut can connect. And it does! Honestly, it always looks more like he gets in with his shoulder, but that would also hurt a lot. Here's the cover, and Bryce Walker defeated. Something's got to happen between this guy and Daniel Bryan, clearly. Things definitely aren't finished between them. I wonder if perhaps Bryce Walker will be the next European champion. And Daniel Bryan will then be able to challenge for that title. It feels like the way for things to come full circle. But right now, Antonio Cesaro, he's red hot. As soon as you take him away from the World Championship picture, he's doing a lot better. Isn't that weird? Anyway, Antonio Cesaro is victorious. We move on to our tag team matchup next. First time pairing of just Hogan and Scott Hall up against, I believe, another first time pairing, actually. I don't know if Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose have ever competed as a tag team before, but they will up next.
The following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall. On the way to the ring, at a total combined weight of 490 pounds, representing the Shield, Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose.
Well, as I mentioned before, this is a pairing. I mean, maybe these two have competed just a 2-on-2 without Rollins before, but I'm not entirely sure. I can't think of a time. Either way, though, Reigns and Ambrose here tonight, one half of the tag team champions, and one man who is in pursuit of the United States Championship teaming up. And absolutely just that, you know, coming out of Survivor Series, either Ambrose or Hulk Hogan will have a shot at the United States Championship.
And their opponents, Hollywood Hulk Hogan and Scott Hall, the new World Order.
I'm kind of going to keep an eye on Hogan because I'm wondering how well this is going to work with Hogan in Nash's place. It's a very unusual looking pairing without Kevin Nash. He really is the glue that holds it all together. I mean, he's the longest running member of the Clique. Ever since it first formulated between, I believe it's come a long way. You know, it started off as just a tag team of Nash and X-Pac at the time, about a year ago. Michaels got involved. Michaels got kicked out in favor of Hogan. Hogan brought in Scott Hall. And now we could be seeing these guys for their final Raw appearance as a group. Because remember, the losing team in Raw's traditional Survivor Series match between the NWO and the Shield, the losing team will be out of Raw. They will no longer be able to compete as a full faction because one member, at the very least, will be kicked out. Dean Ambrose has openly volunteered to be the man that gets dropped from the Shield. Hogan claims he will be the guy. So here we go. Roman Reigns and Hulk Hogan starting things off. And up next, we have the continuation of this feud, a one-on-one matchup between Kevin Nash and Seth Rollins, which was a first-time face-off there between just those two one-on-one. Technicalities, you know, these aren't really first-time face-offs, but you know what I'm saying. We've also got a classic coming up just after that. Dolph Ziggler and Cody Rhodes revisiting what's been almost a year-long rivalry in a one-on-one match. Dolph Ziggler says he's above Cody Rhodes now. He's not about the United States Championship anymore. He wants the WWE Championship around the waist of Randy Orton, and he'll defeat Cody Rhodes tonight to show that he could have won that US Championship, but that he has simply moved on. I guess we'll see. Dolph Ziggler has been on fire lately. Seems to be a 100% belief that Ziggler will be walking out of Survivor Series with the WWE Championship. Which honestly, you know, the truth be told, you would look at someone like Randy Orton and you say, no, that's a guy who's going to hold that title for a long time. But, you know, you think about the circumstances in which he won it. He took advantage of a weakened Rock as WWE Champion. He cashed in on him. He hit the punt kick and the RKO before Rock could even know what was happening. And, you know, he hasn't had a rematch with the Rock. And since coming here to Raw, he's done nothing but lose. Randy Orton might honestly be a fluke champion. I hate to say that because the guy has a tremendous legacy behind him, but recently he hasn't exactly been on fire, and well, he did win that Money in the Bank contract very quickly. Very much set his sights on what he needed to do in that Money in the Bank ladder match. Took as little damage as possible and then cash in the same night. You could argue perhaps Randy Orton's got a little bit of rust when it comes to World Championships, and that might come to a bitter end at the expense, at the benefit of Dolph Ziggler, who has never competed for a World Championship before this Sunday at Survivor Series. We have not had Dolph Ziggler in a one-on-one main event for a World Championship on any pay-per-view, to my knowledge. Maybe we have, and I just don't remember it. But I don't believe Ziggler has ever had such a huge match, such a huge opportunity as that one.
And now he's back out on the apron.
Survivor Series pretty much all set in stone at this point, and looking forward to finding out who will be walking out with what. From over on SmackDown, we have an Intercontinental Championship match that's currently up in the air, actually. It was initially supposed to be Big Show, Chris Jericho, Sheamus, and a mystery opponent in an elimination four-way for the Intercontinental Championship. But this Friday on SmackDown, if you missed it, Sheamus hit a Celtic cross on Jericho that whipped his head off the barricade. Jericho suffered a pretty severe injury from that. There's no guarantee he'll be able to return to the ring anytime soon, but Chris Jericho has been pulled from this upcoming Sunday's Intercontinental Championship four-way match at Survivor Series. Unfortunately, following that match, Mark Henry targeted and attacked Sheamus, and Sheamus suffered a minor injury. He will be able to return to the ring pretty soon. But we have been told that Sheamus was propositioned with the opportunity to potentially give up his Intercontinental Championship match and instead face off against Mark Henry potentially down the line and pursue the World Heavyweight Championship. And Sheamus has said that he's strongly considering it. So it's possible this may just be Big Show up against that mystery opponent at Survivor Series, and the other two may be pulled out entirely, which was definitely not what I was anticipating for Survivor Series at all, but that is the way it's come to be. Of course, we've got the European Championship Battle Royal I've spoken plenty about already. We've got AJ Lee and Summer Rae for the new NXT Women's Championship. Of course, as I mentioned, the NWO and the Shield, Orton and Ziggler. But we've also got Mark Henry having his rematch with CM Punk for the World Heavyweight Championship, and a SmackDown Survivor Series matchup that will pit the Coalition. Roman Reigns tag himself in. Dean Ambrose doesn't seem to like that too much. We'll put the Coalition, Damian Sandow, JBL, and Scott Steiner up against Triple H, John Cena, and a partner of their choosing. Still don't know who that third partner is going to be. Big time.
He is slowly getting dissected.
Hit him!
If you're just tuning in, Michael Cole, along with WWE.
Here comes Shawn Michaels, who's definitely had his issues with the NWO. I've got to be honest, as much as I understand Shawn Michaels' frustrations with the NWO, I hope he doesn't get involved this Sunday at Survivor Series. I want to see the Shield and the NWO 3-on-3, no involvement from Michaels whatsoever. And Scott Hall, I guess he was looking to hurt Dean Ambrose a little extra. They're now getting in the face of Michaels, and those two have had issues for about as long as I can tell. Actually, suspicious by his absence, I noticed Kevin Nash is once again not getting involved.
The tension, the drama. This is electric. He was able to reverse that.
Shawn Michaels, I mean, is he really in favor of the Shield, or is he just out here because he doesn't like the NWO? Dean Ambrose seemed to be getting in Michaels' face just as much as Scott Hall there. Charges over, but... Oh, Doctor... What in the world was that? What did he just do? He went stiff, and he just kind of flew at him. Flying nothing. Takedown by Roman Reigns. Of course, we can expect this to be the longest match of the night because it's a tag match and AI is clueless. I think that was supposed to be a Superman punch. That was very unceremonious for one, but I think that's what that was supposed to be. And Michael's in the ring. What are you doing? Spear! What on earth was that spear animation? What? What was that? That reminded me of the Lois flying down the stairs meme. Why did he fly like that? That was so weird looking. Drives the knee into the side of Roman Reigns. Hogan managing to survive quite a bit of punishment from Roman. Hogan knocked off Cody Rhodes for the United States Championship, and that's what sought the interest of Dean Ambrose, as that put Hogan in contention for the US Championship, something Ambrose has been pursuing for a while now. Meanwhile, Shawn Michaels volunteered the Shield to be the guys to beat the NWO for the WWE Tag Team titles, and it succeeded. I figured that was the end of it. I thought Michaels was satisfied with that ending, but I guess he really wants to see these guys disband. I mean, there's no saying that they will disband. It's just one member's gonna be out. Oh my God! No, Hall! No, please, no! God, no! Well, that may take Shawn Michaels out of commission for a little while. Holy hell! That is brutal. Can we get someone to check on Shawn Michaels? A razor's edge on concrete. That is one of the most dangerous moves out there. And on concrete. Concrete, damn it. Oh, God. Hulk Hogan. Oh, never mind, he's up. He's up. Don't worry about that. You didn't see that. Hulk Hogan. Getting fired up now. How could this match carry on after what just happened to Shawn Michaels? Big leg drop. Spread him wide. Dean Ambrose breaks it up, of course. Why does he grab both legs? It's so weird. It's always right into the hard cam, too. Oh, sorry, the only cam. We don't cut to any other cameras. That's always bugged me about these games. They should get more camera angles. I understand why they don't, because it would really mess with the controls. So maybe they shouldn't. I mean, they do it sometimes, like, mid-move, but I don't know. Because, yeah, to be fair, it's probably fine the way it is. Because I just remembered, like, the time in, I think it was SVR 2010. I think they only did it for, like, one game. You went outside the ring and the camera, like, turned sideways and followed you. But it changed your controls, like, violently. So anytime you left the ring, it took, like, a minute or two to, like, adjust and, like, realize where you were going. At least for me, I don't know. Maybe other people are fine. Ooh. Great move by Dean Ambrose. Beat us the hook and ladder as he goes for the cover here on Scott Hall as he got the job done. He pins Scott Hall, becoming the second guy on Raw to ever achieve that. First being Roman Reigns, and the Shield get one over on the NWO after they were schooled by him last week, I want to say. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Shield lost in singles competition last week. That's right. Yeah, Scott Hall defeated Roman Reigns and Hogan defeated Dean Ambrose. But when they come to working as a team, these guys get the job done. And that's where solidarity is going to matter the most, because one team is going to lose a member this Sunday. And if they keep this up, it sure won't be the Shield. But we'll see how they continue to compete in singles competition. Right now, the score is 2-0 in favor of the NWO in singles competition. Up next, Seth Rollins goes one-on-one with Kevin Nash. We'll find out if the NWO can make it 3-0.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, representing the New World Order, from Detroit, Michigan, weighing 328 pounds, Kevin Nash.
Well, the pressure is on for Kevin Nash tonight, and you can see the tense look on his face. As here tonight, Kevin Nash has got not one, but two heavy burdens on his mind now. Will he be the only one of the three NWO members to lose in singles competition against a member of the Shield? And on top of that, if he loses tonight, then the NWO lost to the Shield entirely, both in tag team and singles competition, and that is going to look very unfavorable for them going into this Sunday. So this is a do or die situation for Kevin Nash. There is a lot of pressure on this man's back right now. If anyone can handle it, it's this guy. You know, a lot of people say one of the most criminally underrated guys in Raw's history. He's been here since season 2. He's never had a world championship reign, never had a singles championship really opportunity, pretty much ever, honestly. But then the click started, you know, a year or two ago at this point, and he's been very involved in that. And now we await the arrival of the third member of the Shield, Seth Rollins. I'm really looking forward to this Survivor Series match this Sunday, by the way. I feel like this should be the main event for Survivor Series, truthfully. It really fits what Survivor Series is all about.
From Davenport, Iowa, weighs 209 pounds, one half of the WWE Tag Team Champions, Seth Rollins.
Actually, here's a fun little idea. Why don't you guys tell me what you think should headline this Sunday? Because I don't actually know. What should headline this Sunday's Survivor Series? Should it be the Shield versus the NWO? Coalition up against Triple H, Cena, and a mystery partner? Henry versus Punk? Or Orton versus Ziggler? Which one of those four should main event? No offense to the other three matches, just they shouldn't main event, honestly. Let me know. I'm curious. I'll go with whatever you say.
And to the millions of coal miners that are tuning in right now, I'll do my best to keep the King's commentary unbiased, but I can't make any promises. You know,
Punch you in the face.
try to not punch you in the face.
So funny.
And did you hear the impact on that kick?
Sorry.
Just that. Great reversal.
Well, the Shield and the NWO have been a big focal point
The range
of Raw, as it feels like the tides are turning and the NWO are being phased out by this new generation. We'll see if they can take the Shield out. We've been told that Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns will go strong as tag team champions without Dean Ambrose. But he will respect the rules, and if the Shield lose at Survivor Series, Dean Ambrose will leave the Shield. He's already been offered a position over on SmackDown as to prevent any kind of difficulties with this separation, because obviously he's going to have a hard time sitting back and not getting involved in that match and so on. So there is a backup plan there for Ambrose. We've been told that when it comes to the NWO, as I mentioned before, Hulk Hogan has been told that he will make the decision. He will step up. And I mean, honestly, I feel like the NWO would be better off without Hogan. You want my honest 2 cents? Kevin Nash and Scott Hall, these guys worked very well as a team. They had a great tag team title run. They really showed, you know, their worth, their value. Kevin Nash has been a great multi-time tag team champion.
Now, who does a methodical pace?
I do feel like Scott Hall could easily step up for the WWE Championship at this point.
Everybody a chance to
But Hulk Hogan, I feel like he is the natural one to go. And I think deep down, Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, they agree. They know that guy is the problem. He is the weak link, and they can thrive just fine without him.
looking for a victory, looking to build momentum.
Elbow to the back of Kevin Nash. I mean, it feels like a lot of the issues that the NWO faced kind of happened around the time Hogan took over.
Was that? Oh, what an elbow drop.
Yeah, of course, Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, neither one of those two have held singles championships. Could be a great opportunity for them. The thing about the loss is it can be a kind of a silver lining. Now remember, if you don't remember the bonus stipulation, it's that there is more on the line than simply who is leaving the NWO. You see, the winning team also takes the tag team titles. So Kevin Nash and Scott Hall, they could get back the tag titles if they win. And of course, finally, that third member, Hogan or Ambrose, will be walking away with a United States Championship opportunity. So, there's a lot at stake. Oh, big right hand by Kevin Nash. I gotta say right now, he is kind of tearing Seth Rollins apart. There was a lot of pressure on Kevin Nash tonight, and you could really feel that tense approach coming in, and it feels like he is not letting up on Rollins at all. He is trying to make sure that he kind of goes for a ground and pound style, really keep this in his favor. Uh-oh. Kevin Nash with a jackknife powerbomb. Oh, God. So lethal the way he whipped those ropes as well. That could really do some damage to you. Over attempt here on Rollins, and it's over. Kevin Nash had a lot to prove here tonight, and he did just that. Kevin Nash proved that the NWO still stand just as good a chance of winning this Sunday, in spite of their loss just moments ago. That was dominant. Kevin Nash really showed us his value in the team, and that he is, I think, one of the key members to try and eliminate first in that match. I think either him or Hall. Honestly, I feel like they could save Hogan till later. I don't know why I'm trash talking Hogan so much, but I am. Anyway, Kevin Nash is victorious, so we move on to our next match. A great throwback to one of the top rivalries of the past year, Cody Rhodes and Dolph Ziggler. This is a very different Ziggler to the last time they faced off, and I'm very interested in seeing how this one plays out. Well, 1 week from today, Cody Rhodes defends the United States Championship against either Dean Ambrose or Hulk Hogan. Right now, the rightful contender is Hulk Hogan, but if Ambrose and the Shield defeat the NWO this Sunday, Ambrose will get that shot. Either way, Cody Rhodes, he's ready for whatever comes his way next week. Could be the end of his United States Championship reign. Be a shame. It's been about 3 months since he won that title back at SummerSlam. Yeah, that's right. He's had some good defense, so I'd hate to see it come to an end, but it could happen next week on Raw. We will have a United States Championship main event. But here tonight, this man looks to face a man who could be walking into Raw next week, the new WWE Champion, Dolph Ziggler, and that's an important match for Cody Rhodes just as much, honestly. I feel like the United States Championship has really elevated the status of both Cody Rhodes and Dolph Ziggler recently. I feel like both of them have been on their A game since their United States Championship reigns, you know, their back-to-back ones. And the proof's in the pudding. I mean, Ziggler's on fire right now.
From Hollywood, Florida, weighing 223 pounds, Dolph Ziggler.
And your girlfriend? Joke's on you, I don't have one, Dolph. Ha 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 ha! Starts crying. No, I'm fine. Been there, done that. Dolph Ziggler, the top guy right now on Raw. You love him, you hate him. He's had some very questionable actions lately, and I gotta say, teaming up with The Miz might be one of the most questionable things he's done in a hot minute. But here tonight, this is a man motivated because this is the week he becomes WWE Champion, in his words. Next week, you will be introducing the new champion. I hate to say it, I could believe it. He has gotten one over on Orton twice. He's beaten him twice in the last few weeks. One interesting note, oh, what a way to start the match. One interesting note, though, about Dolph Ziggler potentially becoming the WWE Champion is, obviously, I had to mention this. Punch him in the face there. One of the most important things right now to focus on is what happens when The Rock returns if Dolph Ziggler is WWE Champion. Technically speaking, The Rock would be out of contention for the WWE Championship. His rematch clauses with Randy Orton. I don't really know how that whole situation works on that technicality. I mean, I don't think it's going to take much for The Rock to be considered the rightful contender. In fact, if you look at the WWE Championship rankings that are definitely up to date right now, The Rock is the #1 ranked guy, still above Dolph Ziggler. It's just that he's unable to compete for the WWE Championship. It's going to take a lot to take The Rock out of that #1 spot. What an incredible year The Rock has had. From when he first won the championship back at SummerSlam of last year, to when he lost the title, to when he regained the title at WrestleMania, and that great reign he had. Honestly, I think Rock has probably had the best year of any superstar ever in this universe, honestly. As we get towards the end of the year, I do like to hear your opinions on, you know, who had the best year, who had the worst year, who you think is going to be a breakout in the next year, all that kind of stuff. But I think we'll wait until around TLC to kind of more discuss those things, because right now I would say that's not really necessarily something to focus on. We still have another month left. Anything can happen.
And that punch lands hard. And look at Ziggler capitalizing. What an incredible suplex.
I'm sorry, I'm drinking a smoothie. Is this even a smoothie? No, this is juice. This isn't a smoothie at all. Nowhere does it even mention that it's a smoothie. Where do I think this was a smoothie? It's innocent berry set go. It's really nice. Fruity. Fruity! Delicious! Skittles!
This match is just incredible. He fails to connect.
He just... The ref, that was a low blow. Oh, that was a blatant low blow. My God. Ring the bell. Cody Rhodes fighting dirty. It's crazy to see Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton reunite last week on Raw. Seems like any tensions those guys had a year ago, 2 years ago, sorry, have completely blown off. I mean, they've had enough time apart from each other. It'll make a lot of sense. That main event up next is going to be a really important one for the same reason that Kevin Nash had a lot of pressure on him moments ago against Seth Rollins. Randy Orton's going to be walking into that match with The Miz tonight, perhaps starting to question himself. Can he beat The Miz tonight? Former WWE Champion in his own right, had a great history with Randy Orton. Will The Miz be able to get one over on Randy Orton? Oh, gut check. Shout out to NXT superstar Darren Young, two-time NXT Tag Team Champion. One of my favorites. Oh, Bulldog there. One of my favorites down on NXT, that is. Not ever. Sorry, Darren. Look, with all due respect, you're great and all, but not ever. Not my favorite ever. Out of the ring. What is happening here? Cody setting Dolph up on the ropes here. Oh, I thought we were going to see the disaster kick. We never see the disaster kick. Life's not fair. Cody picking up Dolph, and here comes an Alabama slammer. Cody Rhodes takes him to the center of the ring. Has the United States Champion got one over on the #1 contender for the WWE title? Not yet. Turns him over. Crossroads, center of the ring. This could be enough. Can Cody Rhodes knock off the top contender for the WWE Championship? Yes! The United States Champion does what his former mentor Randy Orton has struggled to do, and that is beat Dolph Ziggler. That is a pretty huge shift in momentum right there. Cody Rhodes beats Dolph Ziggler. This United States Champion seems unbeatable as of late. You know, except for that time Hulk Hogan beat him. Anyway, we move on to our main event now. Randy Orton in action up next. We'll see if he can beat The Miz 1-1. Maybe it was just a miscommunication between these former partners that led to their loss last week. You never know.
Louis, Missouri, weighing 245 pounds, the WWE Champion, the Apex Predators, Randy Orton.
Well, his return to Raw so far hasn't been favorable. It feels like a lot of superstars here on Raw have really stepped up lately. And perhaps Randy Orton's time has passed him by. Perhaps the future is now and the future is Dolph Ziggler. We'll find out this Sunday at Survivor Series. But tonight, this guy digs up the past for the first time since SummerSlam 2011, just last year. 1 year, 3 months ago, Randy Orton will face The Miz here tonight. Last time they faced off, Randy Orton walked into SummerSlam the WWE Champion. He defeated The Miz. That was the fateful night he was cashed in on by The Rock. We have not seen The Rock since his punt kick from Randy Orton. And here tonight, Orton requested he requested this be a Falls Count Anywhere match, which, I mean, I guess Randy wants to take Miz to the limit tonight. Over the limit, even. Shout out to that pay-per-view. Is that one dead yet? I don't know. I think there might be one more.
Approaching the ring from Plymouth, Ohio, weighing 231 pounds, The Miz.
Oh, wait, no, I think that is gone. Never mind. We'll find out. Don't worry about it. I don't even know what I'm talking about right now. Don't listen to me. Well, last week, Miz and Ziggler picked up a victory over Orton and Rhodes, and just moments ago, Rhodes defeated Ziggler. We'll find out now if Orton is perhaps the weak link right now. Will Randy Orton be able to defeat The Miz? I would hope so. But you never know. Perhaps he's just off of his A game. This isn't the time to be like that. So here we go, Randy Orton and The Miz. Our main event here tonight on Raw, the final Raw with 6 matches. As I mentioned before, we'll be saying goodbye to the Divas of Raw and hello to the women of NXT. They'll be the same women, but they'll be over on NXT. They've upgraded from Divas to women as well, so, you know, good for them. Next week takes down The Miz. Bulldog by Orton, and obviously this match can go for however long it needs to. You may notice no traditional time limit in the corner for this one. Orton wants to see what it takes to overcome this former SummerSlam rival and opponent. One person who has been very surprising in his absence. Oh, Crossroads! Sort of. I mean, he did it the other way around. He didn't do it from behind, but still. Yeah, one guy who's been absent recently, and I'm starting to wonder if perhaps we've seen the last of him, is Mrs. Bodyguard Goldberg. Haven't seen him in a while, actually. I figured he'd at least be in, you know, the moment you hear this is a Falls Count Anywhere and anything goes kind of match, I think Goldberg will be right out here with The Miz, ready to get his hands on the WWE Champion. I guess not. Miz working the arm of Randy Orton. Orton survives that one. And the ring goes Randy Orton. What's he looking to do here? Randy Orton going for a weapon of some kind, and Miz stomping on his head as he exits the ring. Preventing that from happening.
This is unreal, King. No one home for that one. The Miz is so good. He's such a student of this game. He just amazes me with the things he comes up with. He must watch hours of tape getting ready for a big match like tonight. Yeah, and I bet you
Michael has a raging semi right now talking about The Miz.
You know it's hard. It's hard to be the voice
Back inside the ring.
But hey, somebody's got to do it.
Miz in control once again. I gotta say, so far, yeah, Miz is he's already starting this off very much in his own favor, and that's exactly the opposite of what Randy needs right now. It might be what you get. Randy Orton going for another weapon, and once again, Miz just steps on his head. I guess that's one way to make sure you're never hit with anything. Just keep walking on him every time.
There's going to be a lot of offense in this match.
Miz now going for a weapon. Looks like Randy is welcoming that. He is not taking the same approach as the Miz. Is that a baseball bat? I'm gonna be honest, I forgot that was in this. Oh, right to the back. Oh yeah, the sound effect. It's so gentle. What the hell just happened there? Referee should have got knocked down there, really, if you ask me. Should have been the end of that referee. Choking him out. Anything goes. Falls count anywhere. That's what I was just saying. Shut up. Shut up. I just said that. Do it again. What is that sound effect? It's so ridiculous. Well, Miz absolutely batting Randy Orton. Very gently, by the way. And Randy was also made of plastic, apparently. I can make that same noise with this plastic bottle. Hang on, it's still got liquid in it. Maybe the cap will put it. Yeah, there you go. See that? I can do that noise too. Oh my god! Good lord! Miz laying it all on the line to do that extra bit of damage to Randy Orton. He's up. He doesn't care. Hey, look, it's that SVR 2010 camera angle I was talking about. There it is. Cover attempt. I don't think that's going to get the job done. You were the one that was put through the table. Randy Orton seems a little brain dead recently. He kind of just throws a punch and then stands there. Randy Orton drop kick. WWE Champion definitely does not seem to be on his A game as of late. I don't know what's up with him. Honestly, it feels like ever since he returned to Raw, something's just been a little off. The Apex Predator. Crazy to be saying too. He's normally such an incredible star, but Miz, skull crushing finale. Oh god, he just about missed the steps, and this could be the end of Randy Orton. Yes. The Miz defeats Randy Orton. I gotta say, I think Ziggler has taken that WWE Championship this Sunday. Orton is 0-3. Oh my god. He has lost every match since returning here to Raw. That Money in the Bank cash-in might have been a curse more than a blessing. A great view there of the 3 count. And the Miz picks up a huge win over the WWE Champion Randy Orton. Undeniably propelling himself up the WWE Championship ranks, and I gotta ask, what is going on with Randy Orton right now? What happened to this guy? Well, either way, The Miz closes out tonight's Raw a winner. Dolph Ziggler might just be getting himself ready to be carrying that championship in the next week at this rate. I feel crazy saying that, but I don't know what's happened to Randy Orton. Either way, Miz is victorious. I'll see you on NXT.